The Audi RS e-Tron GT is the best electric car ever made, and I'm going to show you why and how throughout this little walk around review. The first feature I'm going to talk about is the exterior design. This specific example of the RS e-Tron GT is the carbon Vorsprung pack, which is the top of the line trim and the one I definitely recommend, especially finished in this Daytona grey pearlescent paintwork and those 21-inch alloy wheels, which look so unique and very sporty. Up front, you'll notice the black grille surround with the black Audi rings, the LED matrix headlamps and the carbon air inlets. And coming around the side, you'll see there's red brake calipers and of course the charging port, which is now onto the range. This car has a range of 298 miles and it can charge from 5 to 80% in under 23 minutes in optimum charging conditions, and it has 598 PS and a 2.5 second boost via launch control ups this to 646 PS, and it can do 0 to 62 miles an hour in 3.3 seconds. And coming around to the rear of the car, you'll notice the RS e-Tron GT badging and that lovely long light bar, which looks so very sleek and very sporty, especially with that active rear wing, which looks really cool and can be activated by swiping down on the screen and pressing the button on the top right. And as this is the carbon pack, you'll notice of course the carbon air inlets, part carbon diffuser and a carbon roof, as well as its carbon mirror caps, and I just think the carbon pack makes this car look so sporty and very, very aggressive. And while having that very aggressive RS design, it keeps Audi's understated looks. As you can see when you climb into the interior, the sporty design continues with leather sport seats, a flat bottom leather steering wheel and of course lots of red stitching. We will now take a look at the rear and front boot capacities. First is the rear. The capacity of the rear is actually only 405 litres, but that is compromised because it is a sportback, but it's still a very good space, as well as, of course, the added space of the front boot, which is very easy to open with just a button on the end of the driver's door, and you just walk around to the front and unhitch the latch. As soon as it's open, you'll have access to an 85 litre front boot. With great difficulty it opens, but as soon as you work it out, it's a great way to store some charging cables and extra bags. And as you continue further into the interior, you'll notice the Alcantara door cards with the carbon trim, the silver door handles and the carbon door sills with RS illuminated onto them, and it looks so sporty with that red stitching. And as you can see, the steering wheel has paddles to control the regenerative braking levels, and you'll see it is actually heated with that button on the right. And of course, it just looks so sporty with that RS badging. You'll also notice central cup holders, which are of great size, and a little storage bit for maybe keys. You'll also notice the heated seats and the cooled seats, and it has massage function inside of the screen. And I just think this car is so luxurious in the front, and you know, it has all of those extra options that just make it such a premium vehicle, with all the storage space in the centre, and of course the glove box, which is of great size. I personally believe the interior of this car is lifted massively with that carbon trim swooping right around the integrated infotainment system, and the illuminated vanity mirrors look so good surrounded by that lovely Alcantara on the sun visors. Up next is the leather trim sport seats with the RS badging and the amazing red stitching running right down, and the quality of this interior is so good, I definitely recommend it over its competitors. I must say one of my favourite features of entering this car are those frameless doors. And of course the sporty high quality design continues to the back with the red stitching throughout the nice leather materials, and of course those carbon door sills which are illuminated in the centres, and that Bang & Olufsen sound system is very high quality and I recommend getting it in any Audi model. You'll also notice the front sport seat design continues to the two outer rear seats, and the central rear seat folds down as an armrest with reasonably sized cup holders that folds up to make a 3-seat row in the back. And the two outer seats are heated, which makes it very appealing to passengers in the winter months. One downside to this car is the rear view is compromised as it is a sportback, however it does have cameras which make it all good, and it has the grab handles on the side in the rear, and it has of course the lights which make it look good, and those red seat belts look so sporty and I definitely option them. So what's my final verdict on the Audi RS e-Tron GT? I personally think this car continues with a very consistent Audi sporty design with very high quality and just looks so good in some of the Audi colours. The interior has great trim with the leather and the red stitching, and this car's performance is insane. And let's finish this video off with an acceleration clip inserted now. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to check out Halesowen Audi.